So let's get reaction. The DA's Makashule Ghana joins me now in studio to talk to us about what has happened. So are you even surprised, though, Makashule, that at the very least your billboard would have caused the controversy that it has caused, and at worst it has now been vandalized?
I'm not overly surprised by the reaction from some supporters or sympathizers of the ANC. Because, you know, we have a saying also in my language, the truth hurts. It's an uncomfortable truth that the ANC-led government killed people in Marikana. It's an uncomfortable truth that it is the ANC provincial government in Gauteng that killed the mental ill patients in Life Esidimeni. So people don't want to be reminded of this truth. So when we erect a billboard in memory of the lives that we have lost, so we expected that some people who don't like to hear the truth will become defensive and start accusing us of so many things. But we had to tell the nation the truth in terms of what happened in Marikana, that it was the ANC government that killed the people and Life Esidimeni.
So these gentlemen that are filmed in that video taking part in the
destruction
of defacement, defacing the billboard, say that they are relatives of the Life Esidimeni victims. Did you consult the families of Life Esidimeni, of the Marikana massacre and the children that died falling into pit latrines?
You know, Tulasizwe, after the incidents, after the killing of the people by the ANC in Marikana, there was a public commissioner. The names were listed in a public available document. So if you say the public cannot use the information that's available publicly in a publicly published report, because it's the same thing. So you can write an article, then you can mention the names of the people that were killed by the ANC government in Marikana. So no one will come and complain to you.
It's not the same thing. Writing an article has nothing to do with political campaigning.
No. You must understand the reason we put up the billboard. The billboard, it's a reminder. It's in memory. So what we put the billboard is to say, never again should we allow a democratically
elected... a plaque in memory of people who have passed on, it's only natural that you speak to the families that are involved and you ask them and you say to them, this is what I would like to do. This is how I believe it would serve to preserve the memory of your loved ones. Are you okay with it? And they give it the okay.
We are, Tulasizwe, commemorating the untimely death, you know, by the killing of the people by the ANC government, and that we believe that putting up a billboard so that people can see what kind of a government the ANC has become, it's something that
I'm not taking that up as an issue with you, what your message is with this billboard. I'm simply saying that you've got to level with me and accept that not consulting these families and getting their okay was a blunder on your part.
I wouldn't call it a blunder. You know, as I said, that the information, the names, we are not revealing anything that hasn't been revealed by the commission into Life Esidimeni, the Falam commission into Marikana. So it's not like we have gone in there and revealed any other detail that if you go and get the report into a Life Esidimeni or Marikana, you will not get it. So it's the same thing. Someone can come to me and say, all right, Makashule, you cannot talk of Hector Peterson until you have consulted the family.
Actually, Makashule, let me tell you, there have been instances where, you know, families of people who died in tragic, publicly recorded incidents, for instance, the 9/11 situation, where the family members have said, I actually don't appreciate seeing this video playing because every time I see it, I see my relative dying. So you would understand that even, you know, having the name put up there in such a public way, there would be families who would not be okay with it.
You know, and if there is a family that for some reasons believe that a name that is listed on a billboard can be equated to the videos that, there are documentaries that are made of the killings in Marikana, the testimony that happened at Life Esidimeni, which in this particular instance, I don't think you can equate the two. Because as I said, Tulasizwe, you can write an opinion piece in a Sunday paper, and you can list the name of the victims that were killed by the ANC government in that particular opinion piece. You will not say that you will have to seek permission. So like now you are saying an article that appears in a newspaper, in a publicly read newspaper, and a billboard, it's a different thing. And my argument is that it's not different. You can write an article in memory of the people killed.
Okay, Magashule, do you now agree, though, that because we are now so focused on controversy that the billboard has caused, as opposed to the message that you wanted to communicate with that billboard, that actually it could have been just easier to, you've got the names, which means you've done your work, as you were doing that work, to just get in touch with these families and at the very least just alert them that this billboard will be coming up?
It's unfortunate that people have taken the billboard in a way that we did not intend. Because what we're putting out is to say we have a democratically elected government that has turned on its own people, that has gone to kill its own people. In Marikana, in Life Esidimeni, we have learners that are dying in pit toilets, and that's what we're doing in memory of the people that are killed by a democratically elected government. You see, when we moved in 1994 into democracy, we never thought that we'll have a government that's elected by the people that will turn on its own citizens.
But you're not answering my question, which is, do you agree that it could have been just easier to, while you were compiling the names for the billboard, which I imagine you spent a lot of money on in getting it made, that you could have easily just said, this is the name of this person, Lumgam Ketwa, where do we find the child's family, and getting in touch with them, at the very least alerting them that this will be coming up in a political message?
Yeah, I get the point that you are trying to make. But as I said earlier, that we are not revealing anything new that has not been revealed by the commissions of inquiry into the tragedies of the killings of people by the democratically elected government of South Africa. So what we did is to say, all right, these documents are public documents. The names have been listed. We are marching and we're erecting a billboard in memory of those people that have been killed by the ANC. And that's what we've been doing.
As a final question to you, and very quickly, negative campaigning so early on in the electoral campaign, isn't that something that you leave for, right towards the end? Because, I mean, I look at this and the 1 minute you're talking to us about building one South Africa for all, the next minute you're going guns blazing into negative campaigning. That's setting the tone. Does that talk to you not really trusting that people will buy your own independent message, but you'd rather have people focusing on look at the ANC's failures?
Tula Sizwe, it's not negative campaigning. We are putting the truth out.
But it is.
If mentioning the truth that the ANC has killed people in Marikana and the ANC has killed people in Life Esidimeni is negative campaigning, then it means that we must be campaigning on lies. Because what we are putting out, it's a fact, it's truth. No one can stand up and say, no, it was not the ANC that killed people. Because if you say that it's not the ANC that killed people, you will have to start arguing that it's not the National Party that killed people in Sharpeville. And that's not the truth. All right. The truth is the ANC is the one that killed people in Marikana.
Magashule, thank you so much for coming through. He is a DA member of the Gauteng legislature reacting to what has happened with the billboard, which has been vandalized to a certain extent here in Johannesburg.